Hey guys, today's audio is gonna be a little bit personal, well, a lot personal, and a little bit sad. Because I'll be answering a question I got from a couple of clients lately, and it's what it's like to be a witch. So I'm gonna get quite personal with this, and it's probably not the way you imagine it, so be prepared. I'm gonna be very honest, as I always am, and I'm gonna kind of try to tell you what it's like. So, I don't know where to start. I'm gonna tell you that I know a lot more about how things function than I publicly speak about. The reason is because I try to make it as simplified as possible so people would understand, and that's one of the reasons. When I was a child, my mother always told me not to tell anybody about my abilities because people are gonna think I'm crazy. And I guess that kind of stuck into my subconscious, and that's why I don't, share that much about what I really am. I'm not just a witch, but like I said, I don't want to. Number one, I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. I don't want to seem like I'm crazy. I don't want to seem like I don't know, lying or something. So some of you know a bit more about me, and you know, some of you have discovered a bit more as well by doing some, readings and things for me. And by that, I do mean my astrologer, obviously, because he does my readings, my natal chart readings, and yeah. So I'm gonna tell you one thing that Nikola Tesla said, and for those of you who don't know who Nikola Tesla was, um, please research it. That's all I can say because he is my biggest inspiration in this life. I also love Albert Einstein, and I love Baba Vanga, if you know who she is. I don't know if she's called like that in English, but that was like her name. She was also Eastern European. So I'm gonna share a quote from Nikola Tesla, so maybe you can kind of understand it a little bit better. So what he said was, "My brain is only a receiver. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. I have not penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know that it exists." So yeah, it's very complicated. There's a lot to be said, and you know, I'm not gonna get into the whole thing. I'm just gonna talk about my experiences, basically, kind of what it's like to be a witch. So it's gonna be a different audio than you maybe expect. I will also share another Nikola Tesla quote because uh, the main reason why I'm doing this, why I'm sharing this, is so again you would understand magic a bit better. So he said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." So, guys, if you don't believe me, because I'm like just this one person, you definitely should trust Nikola Tesla. Okay? I think we all know we can trust Nikola Tesla. So if he said that, maybe try to kind of take seriously what I'm talking about. And what it's like to be a witch. Okay. So I'm gonna say it's very hard. It's hard mentally. It's hard socially. It's not easy at all. So, I've struggled for most of my life. I've struggled with with disabilities, because number one, this is not something that's very popular to be. It's not something that that most people think, oh, this is so great, she's a witch. Most people will be either terrified for, trust me, no reason, or they'll be like, they'll think I'm just insane, or I'm into crazy stuff, and or I'm like a bad person, or blah blah blah. So that's number one, and that's like even not important to me, because when you are when you have self-esteem, you don't care what others think. So this is like just one aspect that's hard, but I honestly don't care about that one. There are other ones that care about it. I'm gonna share with you. So the main thing that I have an issue with are basically ungrateful people, and I don't mean in terms that they're not grateful for me. I mean in terms that they don't even want to listen and understand me. They ask for a spell, and this is why I'm very picky, because and even though I'm picky, this will happen every now and then, because I can't. People will be like, oh, yes, I will follow the instructions. Yes, yes, I'll do everything. And then they just don't feel like doing it. They give up really quickly. The thing with vibrations and energies is that you need to learn to be patient. The thing with magic also is that you need to learn to be patient, and you need to be consistent with it. And it's something that you're going to be doing for the rest of your lives, if you want to have a really, good lives. And I don't mean necessarily always good, because that can't be. So this is what I struggle with here on Reddit. A lot of people ask me why I even came here, and I wish I could tell you, because I don't freaking know. It was not my idea, it was just something I got in my head. And this is something that also Tesla and Einstein spoke about. Like Einstein said when he created the theory of relativity, it just came into his head. So this just came into my head, and those are like messages, like from the messages from the other dimensions and stuff, whatever you want to call it, from the universe, basically, is what they're coming from. And obviously, that's what had to happen. And this is where I have to be. I wasn't thinking about it. I was never thinking about it ever, ever in my life. Sorry. It was definitely not my idea, but I just listened because it was like this strong order from the universe. And I guess I was just meant to be there. Maybe because it's full of scammers, maybe because I needed to help certain people, maybe because I needed to bring magic to people and show people that it actually is a thing, but it's not the way they think. Those are my assumptions of why I'm here with you. I don't really know. Like, this is all I know. This is all that happened, and this is the honest truth, and these are my assumptions. Okay. So it I'm just going to say something, and I don't want to seem like a victim, but sometimes it can be hard for me, and I want you to know this. Okay, I really want you to know this, because you tell me your struggles, so I'm going to share mine. So what bothers me is when I get clients that are not willing to do the work, they're not willing to try, they don't understand, and they don't want to put the effort into understanding. I honestly work so hard. I make these audios where I explain things in a way that everyone can understand. I'm pretty sure that at least one of them is understandable to every single person. I try not to be complicated. I try not to go into quantum physics. I try not to use some scientific terms. I try to really be like try to explain it simply. So I'm pretty sure that everyone, if they put a little effort, can understand it. So I literally since I started working here, I literally spend all of my time, except obviously the time when I sleep, eat, or volunteer or do my part-time job. All the other time, or self-care, when I shower, wash my hair, and do makeup and things like that, which is pretty rarely, but okay. And the pub quiz, that's every other Saturday. All the other time I spend on my clients, talking to them, making audios, explaining things, because and it's all for free. Okay, it's all for free. So I don't charge these things. I don't get money from YouTube, and I don't want to even have to say that, because I don't think it's that relevant. But it's just kind of to prove a point that I honestly care, and I really want you to understand things. So I haven't worked out in a while now, which is so bad for me, because I need to work out, because I was happier to spend my time doing these audios and explaining things to you guys than to do something for myself. That is how it is. That's the truth. And um, it breaks my heart when I'm gonna tell you the story that actually got me sort of upset. It was yesterday. So it breaks my heart when I get clients like that. And I love all of my beautiful clients. Most of my clients are beautiful souls, and I know that I've been sent to them for a reason, and I'm aware that they're gorgeous and beautiful people, and I love them so much, and this is why I'm still here. Okay. But every now and then a person will come that will just refuse to even try to understand. And all they're going to do is be sending me. Well, I'm going to tell you the story about the client from yesterday. But where was I? Yeah, I was going to complain a bit more. So I literally, like today, I was invited on like 3 or 4 events. I turned everything down because I wanted to chat with my clients and because I wanted to make this audio. So I'm that dedicated to this. I honestly am. I'm also single because of this. And I'm pretty sure that if I was to fall in love, that some of my abilities would be weaker, because they just would be, okay, and I would have less time. So I don't want a relationship, because I would rather be helping people. It's a sacrifice. This job is a big sacrifice. Being a witch is not easy. It's hard. You need to be a certain type of person as well, not just have certain abilities to be able to deal with something like this. It's not easy. It has some really strange moments happen, and basically, I don't think that having a family is a possibility if you are a true dedicated witch. And that's the honest truth. And it's a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your private life. You have to sacrifice a lot. And I sacrifice so much for this. And that's why it hurts so much when things like this happen. So, recently, I made this mistake when I took this client, and I'm just gonna open the chat so I can tell you, precisely what happened, because I don't want to be like making it up, right, or telling it from memory. So, just a sec. I'm gonna pause to find. Okay. Okay. So here we go. So this person reached out and seemed really fine, and really wanted help, and he was really nice and everything. And I was like, okay. And then after I booked him and he paid, he started asking me weird questions, even though I've explained how magic actually works. I told him to look at my channel before to get to know himself with magic, with me, and see if this is something he can, wants, whatever to do. And, he was, yeah, okay, I've seen it, yes, I understand it and everything. And then, I told him that I booked him for Friday. So not this Friday, but this was last Friday. And he was like, oh, so I'll get results on Friday. And I was like, no, we just like talked about this, and we can't know when you will get results. Um, so, I don't really share this, but yeah, some clients do get results straight away and very soon, but those are usually clients that are either already in a high vibration or clients that really quickly can switch vibrations after they hear instructions and it really clicks in them, and they can like really quickly change their vibration. And that's not very common. So usually it would have to be a person that's not really in a low vibration, that's not really doing badly. If someone is in a low vibration, it takes time for the vibrations to change, and that's normal. And I'm aware that it's normal, and I'm not trying to force anything on anyone. So I was like, no, you will not see them on Friday and stuff. And then he was like, and then I was like realizing that I made a mistake, and I just offered him a refund because I just didn't want to deal with him. I don't have that much time and energy to spend it on just anyone, or to spend it in vain, basically, because I could see, okay, this person just doesn't get it, he will not follow the instructions, I don't want to work with this person. And that was that. I have limited slots because I only take a certain amount of clients, because I want to dedicate my full time to them, because creating spells takes time. It's not just like that for me. I really want to do quality work. And again, not to brag, these are the facts, this is how I do run my business. And he was like, oh, no, don't know, it's fine, I understand, blah blah. And stupid me, knowing he's going to be problematic, I was like, yeah, okay. And then I casted his spell and never heard from him. It was last Friday. And then yesterday, so 6 days after the spell, he didn't even thank me, by the way, like nothing, which is also a sign of a low vibrational person, because he's not grateful. He's just, doesn't care. But then on yesterday, Thursday, he messages me to tell me, I just met him, he's with me right now, but I don't see a change yet. So, right, can you believe that? And then, as we spoke, it turned out that he didn't even look at the instructions he got with the spell. He just, I don't know. I just don't know. He expected, magic to be what it's not, which I can understand what people assume about magic, but that is why I have all of these audios, and that is why I explain that it's not how it works. And this kind of did sort of I was like, what am I spending my energy and time on? Like, it's so precious. It honestly is. It's a gift, and I don't want to spend it on people like that. And every time something like this happens, it makes me want to just quit this. But then, something doesn't let me, because obviously I'm meant to stay here. Okay, so then today what happened, I'm going to share this one as well, because it's kind of a bit connected. So today, not today, a couple of days, weeks ago, I'm not sure, one of my dear clients offered me to do my to do for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce it right in English because we say differently in my country, but basically Akashi Records. So she offered to do for my birthday as a gift to see where my soul came from originally. And of course, I was like, yes, that's so beautiful. Thank you. So the next morning, she messaged me and she said, I haven't put it all together. I literally just finished with your records, and I have to tell you, you're an angel. Like you came from an energetic realm, and not a planet or star system. Between lives, you're a dream master and a life review counselor. The message I got, I'm going to give you. I kept hearing, intensity will not make people learn faster. Does that mean anything to you? I'll put it together properly tomorrow. But I was so excited to tell you that you're a literal angel, not just metaphorically. So, this was again changing my mood, of course, because there are clients and things where you just feel so happy and so blessed to be doing what you're doing. And thank God there's very a few people like that client. So then she said, for the first time I get to tell you, you're wasting your energy on it. People who have not earned your energy shouldn't get any from you until they show they are actually ready to learn. Some people are lost causes, and this is exactly, she got this message, and this is exactly something I've been struggling with on Reddit this whole time. So yes, I'm aware of this, and this is like um, totally resonates with me, that some people are just not ready to learn, and I guess there's a reason for that, and they're just not prepared to learn and to find out the secrets of the universe. But still, just wasting my energy on those is something that hurts. And I'm making this audio, I guess, to honestly share what it's like to be a witch, and how challenging it is, and how much sacrifice there is to it. And my life is not your typical life. I don't have a husband, I don't have children. And for me, it's different, and it's always been different. I've always been different. But it's also beautiful. It's hard and beautiful. It's magical and hard. It's hard to explain. It has, I'm also a human being like you are. I have my ups and downs, definitely. And being a witch doesn't mean that your life is gorgeous at all, at all. So uh, usually I'm okay with it. Usually I feel good when I get such clients like the one I described. It definitely makes me feel unappreciated, and especially since I work so hard, it hits me. But I'm just gonna be try to be more careful. I am very careful, and it's my fault that I still took this guy, because I definitely felt he's gonna be a problem. As I said in the beginning, I even offered a refund, so I knew. So I really have to listen to myself, and that's just it, and everything's gonna be okay. So yeah, don't worry, guys. I'm gonna stay with you. It's just how it has to be. And I do love my job, no matter of everything. I love it and I enjoy it. And I've met such beautiful people, and I'm beyond grateful for that. So a few bad ones are nothing compared to the beautiful ones that I've met. Thank you for listening. I hope it wasn't boring and I hope it wasn't too whiny. But, sometimes I need to be whiny as well. And you're my friends, and I'm going to share it with you. So, yeah, thanks for listening.